This is not the usual book summary. This summary comes with actionable steps and a 7-day challenge to change how people see you and treat you. This book will help you stop feeling invisible, stop being ignored in conversations. It will help you become someone people notice, respect, and remember. If you follow this summary and the 7-day challenge, you will see people listen more, care more, and connect deeper. The book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It has lived for decades because it speaks to something timeless, the truth that everyone wants to feel important. And if you can make people feel that way, they will remember you, respect you, and stand with you. But this summary is different. You will get a practical formula to remember and apply. It is called the ICE formula. I for interest, C for charisma, and E for ego. This is not theory. This is what works in real life. Let us start with the deepest truth about human connection. People think they are logical, but most of what they do is emotional. Everyone is living in their own story. When you enter their story not as a hero, but as a listener, they feel seen. And when they feel seen, they open their heart to you. This is why most people fail to influence. They try too hard to be interesting instead of being interested. They talk about their achievements, their stories, their opinions. But the truth is, people do not care about you until they feel you care about them. Start practicing this from today. Ask real questions. Listen not to reply, but to understand. Do not wait for your turn to speak. Notice details in what they say. Ask follow-up questions. When they tell you about a problem, ask how it made them feel. When they share a win, ask what part felt best. This is the first part of the ICE formula. Interest. Become genuinely interested in others. Train your mind to shift focus from your story to theirs. It sounds simple, but it is powerful. Imagine two conversations. In one, you speak about your job, your day, your views. In the other, you ask about their journey, their challenges, their dreams. Which person will they remember? Which person will they want to talk to again? And when you listen, do it fully. Do not check your phone. Do not look away. Show through your eyes and your posture that they have your complete attention. Most people never get this from anyone. Another step in showing interest is using their name. Names are small but powerful. Hearing your own name makes people feel valued. It lights up the emotional part of the brain. Do not overdo it, but remember it and use it naturally. For example, instead of saying good job, say good job, Rahul. You handled that really well. Instead of saying thank you, say thank you, Priya. It means a lot. This creates a warmth and a sense of being known. People do not remember what you said. They remember how you made them feel. Also notice small things about them, the way they tell a story, the energy they bring, the kindness they show in small acts. Mention it out loud, not as flattery, but as observation. This makes your words feel real and not fake. When you meet new people, do not rush to impress them. Instead, become curious about them. People open up when they feel your questions come from genuine curiosity, not from habit or politeness. And here is an action step for you. Next time you're in a conversation, make it your goal to speak less than the other person, not by forcing silence, but by asking and exploring their world. Do not fake agreement. If you disagree, do it gently. You can say, I see your point and it makes sense because, but here's another way I look at it. This keeps respect alive and shows you are thoughtful, not aggressive. Remember, being interested does not mean becoming a yes man. It means making people feel heard and understood before you share your view. When you do this, you will notice something. People start leaning in, they listen more, they ask for your thoughts because you have given them something rare. True attention, and this is how you start to win friends and build influence. Not by trying to shine, but by making others shine first. And this is the beginning. This is the I in the ICE formula. In the next part, we will talk about charisma and how to build it not by words, but by presence and daily habits anyone can learn and use. Now let us move to the next part of the ICE formula. C for charisma. Charisma is not about looks, not about perfect words. It is about presence, the way you make people feel when they are around you. And anyone can build it. First, understand this. People remember not what you said, but how you made them feel. You build charisma by making your energy calm, by listening deeply, by giving your words weight through silence. Start with eye contact, not staring, but steady, calm eye contact that says, I see you and I am here with you. When you speak, let your voice be clear and calm. Do not rush, do not mumble. Slow your speech just enough so people can feel your words, not just hear them. Silence is powerful too. After you make a point, let there be a pause. It makes your words feel heavier. It shows you are not afraid of silence. Your body language matters. Open posture, shoulders relaxed. Do not cross arms. Lean slightly forward when listening. These small cues say, I am confident and I am present. Smile, a genuine smile, not forced. When you greet someone or hear something good, a real smile softens tension and makes people feel safe. Now let us talk about mirroring. When you meet someone, notice their tone and pace. If they speak softly, lower your tone. If they speak with energy, show a little more energy too. This is not copying, it is about matching their rhythm so they feel connected. Next is emotional reflection. If they share excitement, share a bit of your excitement. If they share pain, let your face show understanding. This is how you become relatable. And remember humor, but use it carefully. Never use humor to make someone else feel small. Never joke about things that matter deeply to someone. Use humor to lighten tension, not to build your own ego. Now, an important point, do not try to be charismatic all the time. It must feel natural. The goal is to be comfortable with your silence and words equally. Let us go deeper. Think about the moments when you felt someone was magnetic, and often it is because they were fully there, not thinking what to say next, not checking their phone, just being. Presence is rare. Everyone feels it when it happens, and presence is built by practice. Next time you talk to someone, notice your thoughts. If your mind drifts gently, bring it back to them. Also speak with intention. Do not speak to fill silence. Speak because you mean it. This makes every word stronger. Another habit that adds to charisma is remembering small details, something they told you last week, a struggle they mentioned, a dream they shared. Mention it later. This shows you listen, not just hear, and here's an action step. Before meeting someone, pause for a few seconds. Remind yourself to listen more than speak. Then remind yourself to keep your energy calm and open. And now let us talk about handling conflict. Many think being loud makes them powerful, but real power is calm. If someone disagrees, do not rush to reply. Pause, breathe, then speak slowly. This makes you look thoughtful, not reactive. And do not fear admitting when you do not know something. Saying, I don't know, but I can find out makes you look honest and confident. Consistency matters too. People trust what they see often, not perfection, but steady, calm presence again and again. Another thing, appreciate in public, correct in private. This protects the dignity of others and shows emotional strength. And now remember this. Charisma is not about impressing everyone. Some will not like you. That is normal. Focus on being real, not perfect. Now an action step for this week. Choose one conversation every day where you practice presence. No phone, full attention. Notice how the person reacts. Now let us talk about the E in the ICE formula, ego. Ego is powerful. It can lift us, but it can also block connection. Most people defend their ego before they hear truth. So if you attack ego, you lose influence. Start by understanding this. People want to feel important. They want to feel seen and respected. Even when they are wrong, they do not want to feel small. So when you correct someone, do it softly. Say, I see your point, and it makes sense, because then add your view. This keeps respect alive. They listen because you did not attack first. If someone makes a mistake, do not rush to criticize. First, appreciate something they did right, then share what can be better. This is called the criticism sandwich. It works because it protects their pride. Another thing, never humiliate someone in front of others. Praise in public but correct in private. In public, criticism wounds pride deeply and makes them defend, not learn. Watch your words too. Avoid words like you always or you never. These feel like attacks. Instead, talk about the action, not the person. Say this thing can be improved, not you are wrong. Now about your own ego. Many men think backing down means weakness, but often it means strength. When you admit you are wrong, people trust you more because it shows your goal is truth, not victory. Also, when someone criticizes you, pause before replying. Thank them first. Even if they are harsh, you can say, I see your point. Let me think about it. This lowers conflict and keeps you in control. Understand the difference between ego and self-respect. Ego wants to win every fight. Self-respect wants to keep dignity even if it means walking away. And here is something most forget. Let people save face. Even if you know they are wrong, give them a way out without shame. Say something like, I see why you thought that makes sense. This keeps them open next time. Another habit. Use more questions, less statements. Instead of saying, do this, ask, what do you think we should do? Questions invite pride to help, not to fight. In group settings, share credit. Say, we did this, not I did this. People respect leaders who lift others, not just themselves. And remember, people's ego grows with trust. When you show trust, they want to protect that trust by doing better. Now let us add action steps. This week, when you disagree, first say something you agree on before adding your view. Notice how it keeps the talk calm. Next time someone gives you feedback, thank them before replying. Even if you disagree, it keeps ego soft. Also, try giving one piece of feedback as a question, like, do you think this way might work better? Questions feel lighter on pride. And another step, watch your reaction when someone disagrees. Do you feel heat in your chest or jaw tighten? Notice it, then breathe slow before speaking. This small pause changes everything. Egos like fire. Controlled, it warms connection. Uncontrolled, it burns bridges. In conversations, remember this. Your goal is not to win points. Your goal is to win trust. Winning the moment can cost the person. Winning the person keeps the door open for every moment after. At the end, respect is built not by crushing pride, but by guiding it gently, by letting others feel bigger with you, not smaller because of you. And if you practice this slowly, people will start to open up to you more. They will bring you their truth, not just what they think you want to hear. And that is real influence. Now let us go deeper into the art of persuasion and connection. Persuasion is not about pushing your idea until they give up. It is about guiding them until they see it themselves. One powerful way is giving people a reputation to live up to. When you tell someone you trust them to handle something well, they try harder to prove you right. People move towards the identity you give them. For example, instead of saying, do not be late, say, I know you always value being on time. This turns your hope into their pride. Another way is letting them feel the idea is theirs. Ask questions that lead them to your point instead of telling them directly. Like, what do you think is the best way to solve this? And when they suggest something close to your idea, praise it. This keeps their ego safe and makes them commit. Remember, most people resist ideas not because they are bad, but because they are not theirs. Now about criticism. If you must point out a mistake, do it carefully. First praise what they did right then, softly share what could be better. This keeps them listening instead of defending, and never criticize the person. Criticize the action. Say this can be improved, not you failed. Words matter. Here's another technique. When you want someone to change focus on how it benefits them, not how it helps you. Instead of saying, I need you to be on time, say if you come early, it will make your day easier too. People move faster for their own benefit. Ask more questions than giving orders. Questions guide pride. Orders challenge it. Also tell stories instead of giving dry facts. Stories help people see without feeling forced. They lower the walls of pride and open the door to understanding. And do not forget the power of patience. Pushing harder often makes people push back. Step back and let your words sink in. Silence sometimes speaks louder than pressure. Now let us add action steps. This week, when you want something from someone, ask them how they think it can be done. Let them shape the answer. When giving feedback, first praise, then share improvement. Notice how it keeps them calm. Try giving someone a title to live up to. Say, I know you are the person who always finds a way. Watch how they respond. And instead of saying, do this, ask, what do you think would work? Questions invite pride to work with you, not against you. In conversation, use stories, even a short one. Like, I remember when I tried it this way, it helped. Stories feel lighter than advice and stick longer. Remember, persuasion is not fighting their will. It is showing them the path and letting them choose to walk it. And what about your own mind? Do not fear changing it when shown better. Admitting you were wrong makes people trust your words even more next time. Speak less forcefully but more firmly. Your tone should say, I believe this deeply, not you must believe me. Another thing, people remember how you made them feel more than what you said. Speak so they feel respected, not pressed. And lastly, repeat calmly. Many give up after the first number. But gentle repeat without pressure often works better than force. In the end, persuasion is not about tricks. It is about care, patience, and respect. When people feel your intent is to help, not to rule, they listen longer and deeper. Practice this and you will see. The same words spoken gently travel further than loud ones spoken to win. And slowly you will find your words carry weight, not because you shout, but because people want to hear them. Now let us move to another truth of this book that changes how people see you and how you see them. It is the habit of noticing and remembering. Most people hear but do not truly listen. They see but do not truly notice. But when you do, people feel it deeply. Remembering a name is the first step. A name is not just a word, it is identity and memory and pride. When you use someone's name, you show them they matter, but do not stop at names. Remember small details too. the story they told you, the worry they shared, the hope they mentioned in passing. Bring these up later. It tells them you truly listen. For example, saying, "How is your brother now?" or "Did your meeting go well?" shows them they were not speaking into emptiness. This creates silent loyalty. People trust those who see them, not just hear them. Another part of remembering is following up. After someone shares a problem, ask later, "How did it go?" It is a small act, but it tells them you cared beyond the moment, and this habit works everywhere. In friendships, at work, even with strangers. Notice, remember, and ask. It is rare and it is powerful. Now let us talk about giving praise and appreciation. But do not praise for nothing. Find something real and specific. Instead of saying "good job," say "I liked how you handled that question calmly." Instead of saying "nice work," say your choice of words made it clearer. Specific praise feels true. Vague praise feels empty, and praise effort as well as result. People feel seen not just for what they achieved, but for what they tried. But do not overdo it. Too much praise feels like flattery. Too little feels like coldness. Find the balance by truly watching and speaking only what you mean. Now let us add some action steps. This week, remember and use at least 5 names in your conversations. When you talk to someone, listen for one small detail you can bring up later. Write it down if needed. At the end of each day, think of 3 people you interacted with. Ask yourself what small detail you remember about each practice, giving one specific praise daily, not forced, just something you truly noticed. And when someone shares a worry, set a reminder to ask them about it later. It shows care beyond words. These small habits make you memorable, not by being louder, but by being present. And here's another thing. When someone talks, do not plan your reply while they speak. Just listen. Pause before you answer. That pause shows respect and helps you respond better. Now about admitting mistakes. Many fear it, but owning your errors makes others trust your honesty. When you say "I was wrong," there is strength, not weakness. People respect those who can be wrong and still stand tall. Also say thank you more, not just for big help. Thank someone who waited for you, who listened, who tried. Gratitude is quiet power. It softens hearts and builds bridges. And do not forget the power of small gestures. A message to ask if someone reached safely. Sharing an article that reminded you of them. Remembering their favorite drink. These are not grand, but they are rare and they build silent loyalty. Finally, remember your presence is your power. Where you focus your attention shows what you value. When you give it fully, people feel it. And they remember you long after words fade. In the end, influence and respect are not built by grand speeches. They are built in these small, quiet moments that tell others you see them truly and care sincerely. Now let us come to your 7-day challenge. Simple steps, but powerful if done with honesty. Day 1. Use at least 3 people's names in conversation and notice how they react when they hear their own name. Day 2. Give one genuine and specific compliment. Not forced, just real. See how it lights up their face. Day 3. Listen to someone without interrupting, just nod. Let them speak fully before you say anything. Feel how much more connected the moment feels. Day 4. Remember one detail someone shares today. Bring it up later this week. See the surprise and warmth in their response. This small act shows you truly listen. Day 5. When you disagree with someone, start by finding common ground. Say "I see your point and it makes sense because." Then gently share your view. Notice how they stay open instead of closing off. Day 6. Notice something small you usually ignore, like a tired look or a quiet effort someone makes. Acknowledge it softly. It builds respect quietly but deeply. Day 7. Thank someone for something they do often but rarely hear thanks for, like always being on time or staying calm when others panic. This unexpected gratitude stays in their mind longer than you think. These 7 days are not about being fake. They are about building habits that turn presence into power. Every small action builds you. This was the whole summary of how to win friends and influence people, explained in simple words and with practical steps. If you have listened till here, I'm glad and happy that you are willing to change and grow this much. Comment down below if you will try this 7-day challenge. Share what you felt and what you learned. Take care of yourself and keep growing.